Good morning. It is 6 o'clock in the morning on a Monday, and I believe we are still in August, maybe September. I'm not exactly sure. I know I keep saying this because I just don't keep up with the days. I have connected so much to my subconscious mind in so many times, in so many ways. I've become really good at it. My subconscious mind is my safe place. It's me taking over my mind instead of my mind taking over me. I've been doing it for so long that I don't reside in my mind much anymore. I don't live there. It's there, obviously. And it's obvious that I use it. But I only use it when I need to, when I have to. I saw a quote one time when it says that once you start going through the spiritual awakening, when you awaken your soul, you lose your mind. And not in the sense of you go insane, but you no longer need it, you no longer use it, you rely more on your heart and your intuition and allow it to take control. So the less you connect to the mind and the more you connect to your heart or your gut or your intuition, the more powerful you become, the more in tune you become. Our minds can lie to us and deceive us, and tell us all kinds of things that's not even true. What my mind thinks is none of my business. I'm not concerned on what my mind thinks, because it's really what's the best. It's like that chatterbox that you hear sometimes, and they just aggravate the shit out of you, and it just won't shut up. And you have to learn to tune it out. And that's what I've done. I've learned to think more with my heart and then my mind. I'm sorry if I'm rambling or if I seem like I'm disconnected. I've not been up long, and I had meditation this morning. I did a little astro projecting this morning when I meditated, which is normal for me anyway when I meditate, but I'm fresh out of that mind, still in my subconscious right now, so I'm still controlled more by the spirit. So I'm just kind of floating around right now. I am driving to work, but the one of the main problems, and it's not a major problem, but one of the main problems with no longer connecting to your conscious mind and more to your subconscious mind is your memory. Your memory goes away. We use our mind to remember things. So if you're not really connected much to your mind, your memory's not all that good. And it's not because I don't care, and what you're saying is not important to me. And I do apologize for anybody who watches this video. If you say things to me and I forget it, I'm totally sorry. I don't dive much into my mind anymore. Since my awakening and going through my spiritual journey and connecting more to my subconscious mind, I've noticed that my heart has become bigger. The reason I went into the awakening because I had my heart destroyed. It had got damaged like it had never been damaged before. I grew up with heartache and heartbreak. And that was a normal thing for me, and I grew up with it. I knew it very well. But I wasn't really feeling love from anybody, and I know that's sad to say. So it was kind of a normal thing, more like a disappointment, I reckon. Then I eventually found love, and I felt it, and I knew what it felt like. It's easy to tell somebody you love them, but I actually felt it. I felt what that love felt like, and it felt really good. It's kind of like a warm bath, or when you get into bed at night and you find that comfortable spot that you fall asleep in, or that warm blanket on a cold night. You know, the sight of a beautiful baby, or a bouquet of flowers, or whatever, you know, that's what love feels like. That butterflies in your stomach and in your heart, where your heart flutters. I felt that, and it was an amazing feeling. And it was almost like, you know, if you've never felt it before, and then all of a sudden you feel it, it's amazing. And I did something that I had never done before, and I opened up my heart to this person, wide open. You know, and I learned to do that when I went through my awakening, to open it back up after it had been destroyed. But once I did that, I opened up my heart. It was hard to shut. I mean, it's hard to shut off. So I became love once I connected to the subconscious, and I found God, so to speak. I've always found God, but you know, God is love and God is peace, and we can say that we know Him when we're connected to Him, but He's always there. But to be able to find Him and speak to Him, and Him speak to you, is an amazing thing. So I kept my heart wide open, and I found another individual, another person. I know I spoke on this in another video. And when I met this person, my heart was already wide open. I was already love, and I invited it in. I invited that heartbreak again. And it's strange, because it hurt a lot more, even though I wasn't connected to this person for a very long time. It wasn't a long relationship. It didn't last very long, but I had went into it already with a wide open heart, and I felt love again. And it was incredible. It was a good feeling, and I knew that feeling, and it felt good. This love was different. There was no connections there. I mean, restrictions. It was wide open on both parts. The last relationship, there was a restriction there. There was boundaries, and that might have been even harder as far as the love goes. But this love there was nothing there. There was no restrictions. It was free. It was free to do whatever we wanted, to love however we wanted. Then the abandonment, I guess, or the rejection, and it was a little bit harder because my heart was already wide open. And it was nothing. It was no, just like the first one, it was the door slammed. It was just a slamming door, the blocking, the rejection, no explanations, just shut the door. And that's hard. It's a very difficult situation when your heart's wide open, and you know, the person doesn't understand how you are, how you think, and they think that you do, and you think that they do, but they don't. And it seemed so easy on the person's part to do that. And you hear that word love floating around. If you're in a relationship with somebody, and if you're not happy with them, cut them off as soon as possible. Don't continue that relationship, because you're only going to lead that person on even more and open up their heart even more. Every phone call, every message, everything, about it, every day, without letting them know that this is done, it's just more and more damaging on the heart. But the awesome thing about heartbreak and the healing process with me has made my heart even more open, more loving. It's not done the opposite and closed my heart off. It's only opened it up even more. And it's not that it's kind of just like it needs to be. It's not like it's my choice. It's already there. It's already happening. And when you become more loving and more godly or more godlike, I've noticed that my gifts have become more prevalent, more obvious, more sensitive, I guess, to energy-wise. I didn't even know that my heart could even open up as much as it has already. But it has. And I've noticed seeing things more in my auras. I'm seeing colors a lot more now, and not just the 7 chakras. Our auras are our chakras, but not only the 7 that are in our bodies, but I'm seeing the ones outside of the 7. The mixture of the colors of our chakras. And if one is not familiar with the chakras, I'm going to explain this. So our auras put off a color. The color that it puts off is the color of our chakras. So the chakras and the auras are the same. We have 7 chakras in our body, starting with the root, which is at the very bottom. The bottom of us, not our feet, but like at the bottom of our pelvis area, our rectum. Its root, it puts off a red color. And above that is behind the navel, that is the sacral, which puts off an orange color. Then we have the solar plexus, or the core chakra, which is behind the belly button. It puts off a yellow color. Then we have the heart chakra. It puts off a green color. Above that is the throat chakra. It puts off a blue color. And then we have our third eye chakra, which sits right in the middle of our forehead, right above our eyes, right in the middle. It puts off an indigo color. And then the last chakra is the crown chakra, the very top of the head, and it puts off a purple color. Each one of these colors puts off a meaning. So if I see somebody, let's say for instance, if I see somebody glowing a green color, that means that they are connected to their heart, that their heart chakra is open. So any of these, throats, indigo, third eye, crown, root, sacral. But I'm seeing some of these mixed up, like maybe red and orange, or green and blue. That person may be mixed in between the 2 chakras. So I'm seeing these colors more. I'm even seeing colors like amber or turquoise. I'm seeing these colors quite a bit too. And another color that I've learned about and I didn't realize was real is a white aura. And I see that when I meditate. So when I meditate, I see white a lot. I'm surrounded by white light. And this is with my eyes open in a very dark room. It's pitch black. And I see myself surrounded by white. A lot of times it'll be pulsating white or look like a bright star over me. So I've noticed this thing a lot more. I'm getting into people's heads more. My manifestations are becoming a lot more powerful. I'm seeing these things daily. Psychic abilities are there. So I've noticed this once now that my heart has become opened a little bit more, that I'm becoming a little more sensitive to energy. So I went into this video, no idea what I was going to say. Obviously, I've said this before in other videos, but I just was driving down the road and I said, you know what, I'm going to make another video and just speak to whatever I want to say, whatever comes to mind. So this was kind of like a freestyle speaking. Try not to love the best that you can. Share your love. Heartbreak is only meant to show you what you need to heal. Try to do your best with it. I know it's hard and it's tough. And it doesn't necessarily have to be with, you know, the loss of a relationship. It could be the loss of a loved one as well. Those two mourning processes are very similar. Do not allow it to damage your heart or to make you become cold, because that's not what you are. We are love and we are peace, and we need to be as much loving as possible and share our love as much as possible with people. That love will help heal the others and help heal you as well. So, and I'm sorry about the picture. It's early in the morning. Not very light outside. 6 o'clock in the morning. I love you, and I love you guys very much, each and every one of you. I do not hate. I'm not angry with anybody. I'm not. If anything, I guess I would be a little bit sad, but not in a negative sense. I'm not hate, and I don't hate. I'm sorry for the way things could have been or the way things are. I hope that we can find forgiveness in our hearts and we can mend these things. It doesn't have to be a loss of a friendship. Just because you lose a love for somebody or you don't love them anymore, it doesn't mean that you have to lose them as a friend. I hope you succeed in whatever it is that you're doing, whether it be work, love, friendship, whatever. I am not hard to get a hold of. I'm here if you need me, if you need to speak, if you have any questions or whatever. And I hope that you have a good existence, a good life, and a good walk with God. And Godspeed.